strange situation went down at the Mrs. Sri Lanka pageant on Monday. So Pushpika De Silva was crowned this year's winner, but then last year's winner, Caroline Jury, decided to step in.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to try to explain this as you watch this. Okay, so Carolyn comes along and starts to remove the crown right off Pushpika's head because Caroline claims Pushpika is divorced and that disqualifies or makes someone ineligible to win the pageant. So yeah, it was a bit of a struggle to get it off of Pushpika's head, and because it's actually pinned in there, so she's got to get like the pins out. They're trying to get it like out of her hair and everything. So Pushpika actually claims that she was injured through all this. She suffered head injuries trying to get it off. Yeah, so they get it off her head. They put it on the first runner-up's head, and now we have a new Mrs. Sri Lanka 2021. But that's not the end of this. Okay, God, I'm losing track of how complicated this is. First, let's show you what Caroline said in her own words as to why she was stepping in and stripping Pushpika of the crown.
I have a small request. As per the Mrs. World Inc., there is a rule that you all have to be married and not divorced. So, I'm taking my first step saying that the crown goes to the first runner-up.
Well, our tech director, Adam, really wanted to watch that again, eh, Adam? It's it all over again.
I don't know what's crazier, like the beautiful music and then this really big dramatic thing happening on stage, or the fact that Pushpika didn't really fight back. I think I would have been like throwing some punches, like, get off my crown. I don't know. Okay, so so Pushpika denies that she is divorced, and after an investigation, the beauty pageant found no evidence that Pushpika, had gotten a divorce. So she was given back the crown, which of course she was extremely happy for, but also gave a tearful press conference about how much the ordeal affected her and the physical injuries that she suffered.
Oh, okay, Sanjay, I'll say some comments afterwards. Weigh in, because I don't even know where to start with this.
I was reading that she had to, go on, clarify on Facebook that she was not divorced, that she was separated, but that still falls with an eligibility, which is that's so embarrassing for her that she has to come out in public with this otherwise really personal information, to defend herself. And, beauty pageant rules in general are a little archaic. That's a whole other conversation, but, I just feel bad for her that she had to come out and be like, okay, this is everything that's happening in my life, essentially, to justify why someone came and snatched her crown. That's normally just a saying, but someone actually snatched a crown. That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm so happy she got her title back, her crown back, but it's wow, way to support other women. It just seemed wild to me that a past winner had felt like she had that authority to announce that, but it's unfortunate because that just took away Pushpika's moment. She's never gonna get that moment back. That was her moment to shine, to get the crown, to bask in the glory of that beautiful music that was playing. And it just, that ruined it for her. But you're saying when it comes to the archaic rules, the fact that an investigation had to happen to see what really went down is wild. But different places. But I'm glad they all figured it out.
Yeah, so Nelson says, pageants should be banned. Lindsay says, a bit petty, don't you think? Gross. Beeman says, head injuries. Amy says, I feel so bad for the lady. Yes, says she did the equivalent of the child snatching the toy away, saying mine. Oh, Anya says, the PR nightmare. Dad says, excuse me. Yeah, people are just freaking out that this actually happened. Someone says brutal and tacky. Alex says, why did they wait until that moment to announce she was divorced? They must have known prior to her win. That's the one thing, even with Caroline, like Caroline knew this. So why wouldn't Caroline say something at some point in the competition like, hey, I think she might be divorced. Want to look into that? Instead of after she wins, then I'm going to go up on stage, take the mic, and then get off. It's so odd. And like the long process of getting that crown off, like, nobody stepped in and be like, okay, well, we'll figure this out afterwards. Like, you don't have to like literally cause injury to Pushpika, like to get it off her head. So very odd situation. I mean, yeah, I mean, it just shows you how outdated pageants are. Not to make light of it in any kind of way, but it did like harken back to Miss Congeniality a little bit, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
You couldn't help
and you know what?
Yeah.
It looked like the perfect like villain origin story, like that moment where it's like this super public thing that could have been a conversation backstage, absolutely. And then also I feel like production was like kind of scrambling as well, as like just with how loud the music got. I'm like, I feel like they're trying to drown out what's happening. They're like, oh no, let's just cut to commercial or something.
Right. And like even so archaic that you can't qualify to be like Mrs. Sri Lanka if you're divorced. Like what is like really, like how outdated are you? BB brings up a good point. Lawsuit. I wonder if Pushpika has grounds for a lawsuit. I mean, if she caused physical injury, if